welcome back to my channel. I am the Sinister one, and today I will be doing a DVD, Blu-ray, VHS update for the month of July. Yes, the time has come. July has been great to me. I think this is probably my biggest haul in the history of my videos that I make, my updates. I got more Blu-rays than I've probably ever picked up before. VHS, grabbed some great films, got some stuff sent to me by Mood616. Also picked up some board games and a couple other things I received for my birthday in June, but I forgot to show off that in my June update. So I'll go ahead and get into this massive update. I had to literally pull out the picnic table because I had so much to show you guys. I couldn't fit it all on my normal basic table that I use. So let's start off. Here we have Children of the Corn Part 2. This is the rare top 10 new media production limited HKSAR release, which is cool because this is a rare Children of the Corn edition. So finally got a single release of this film because I have it in a double pack. I gotta check out that other release they got. And then here we go with Hellbound Hellraiser 2, the Anchor Bay release. And I really love how this cover art looks. I mean, very original. So I'm just gonna open this up real quick to see if they have that infamous insert. And no, this one did not come with an insert. But the disc art is pretty cool because it's got Pinhead on it. Really nice edition. Glad I picked that one up. And then here we go with Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. Really love that cover art. That's the cover art that should be for this film. So glad I found that, picked it up. And then here we go with Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell. Now I do believe this is the cut release, so I'm going to have to pick up the uncut, but I really love that cover art. That cover art is just amazing. You know, it's just great stuff, and this comes with an insert. This is a Paramount release, so great cover art. Then here we go with Amusement. Now this is a horror anthology and it has a wraparound story, and this was a fantastic film. I really enjoyed this movie. Very underrated, and it's got some well-known actors in this film just starting out. And the segment of the babysitter in this film with the room full of clown dolls, man, that was creepy. And then finally got my hands on House of the Dead. This I do believe is a theatrical cut, so I need to pick up the director's cut, and then I'll complete my House of the Dead series. Saw that one in the cinema way back. And then here we go with the original Mangler with Robert Englund. So I'm finally glad to own this because this is a rare film to come across, and I came across it in the wild, so I picked it up. And then Mangler Reborn, this is the third one. So I already have number 2, so this one completes this series. And then The Bay. This is a found footage film, but it's done really well. I was impressed with this film, and it's basically these parasites that grow inside fish, and they infect this town, Claridge, Maryland, and you know, it kind of turns into like the Black Plague sort of thing, and just people start getting infected, and the town just starts to die off. Really good film. And then I finally picked up Battle Los Angeles. I've yet to see this movie, so can't wait to check it out. It's got Aaron Eckhart and Michelle Rodriguez and Michael Pena. This one fell under the radar for me, so with that cast, I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet. And then Abraham Lincoln Vampire Killer. Really good film. I saw this at the cinema, so I had to pick it up to add it into the collection because it's well worth owning. And then here we go with 555. It's on a different list of mine. It is from 1988, but I have this horror movie slasher book, and I was reading up on it, and it piqued my interest. I saw plenty of people do reviews on YouTube about this film, and it's shot on video, but probably one of the best shot on video movies I've seen. Because shot on video, these films aren't for everyone. I mean, the acting's not the greatest, but it's not even that bad. It's actually pretty decent acting, and the gore is really cheesy, but you know, some of the stuff is pretty hardcore, and it's about this killer, the 555 killer, who kills couples while they're about to have sex, and he rapes the woman and does some necrophilia to her while he's killing her, and then rapes her dead corpse. I mean, it's pretty hardcore. So, and it says right here, caution, viewing may cause severe damage to your brain cells. So, don't get caught fooling around. Pick up 555. And here we go with the bootleg Blood Beach with John Saxon. I thought this was going to be a legitimate release, but turns out it's just a burn on demand. There is a official German release of this film, but it goes for like $300, so I'm not even going to try to pick that up. So I hear it's going to get an official release, and I see a picture here with John Saxon and what looks to be Burt Young, but I could be mistaken. Make some room there. Here we go with this Asian film. It's called Headshot. Love picking up these Asian films. I do believe it stars the guy from what movie was that? The Raid. So it's probably got some great action in it. Haven't had time to watch it. And here we picked up The Loved Ones, and I have to say, I watched this film and I instantly fell in love with it. This movie is excellent. I mean, the whole story, just great. It's about this this girl on the cover here, and she's got some very disturbed issues, and her dad is very disturbed too, and they kidnap the prom king, and you know, they torture him and this and that, and just turns out to be a great movie, and kind of turns into like a little bit of a revenge film in the end. And then here we go with Starry Eyes. I finally picked up this copy, and watched it and I fell in love with this movie as well. This movie is great. It's basically about this girl looking for stardom in Hollywood and gets more than she bargains for. Just a great story about, you know, this girl and her struggle to be a successful actress. Just incredible. I mean, the gore in this film was just awesome. I loved it every second in this movie. I highly recommend Starry Eyes. And then here we go with The Nightmare Never Ends, part of my 1981 films. I do believe this movie is also titled Cataclysm, but that VHS is titled Cataclysm, aka The Nightmare Never Ends. So this one comes with a slip cover or an insert, and it's got all kinds of stuff on it. It says Scared to Death, Run If You Can, The Professor, Evil, Senses, Snap. So it's got some cool underrated horror films to pick up here. I've never even heard of these films, so I'm gonna have to pick up some of those. So this is Region 2, and then I ordered this The Barn. It's an Indiegogo film, and it's based on Halloween. So I got the 2-disc edition. So can't wait to check this out. It's supposed to be homage to the 80s, and I ordered it directly from the Barn website, so go check out the Barn Merc and by Nevermore Production Films. And then here's the special movie that I was sent to. Moods 616 sent me this movie, Black Christmas, with this alternate cover art with the new Anchor Bay edition. And I have to say, I watched it, put it on, I fell in love with this movie. I was like, wow, I can't believe I've never seen this before, with John Saxon and Olivia Hussey, and just from 1974, before Halloween. So pretty much could go down, you know, the original Boogeyman, the original slasher. So really good stuff here. And then here we go with Salem's Lot, the mini-series. I've heard nothing but great things about this, so I finally picked it up for a decent price. And it's got Rob Lowe, Rutger Hauer, Donald Sutherland, you know, a bunch of people in this movie, so can't wait to check this one out. And then finally found Pumpkinhead 4, Blood Feud. So this finally completes my Pumpkinhead franchise. And then I got a special release of Shizzo, and it's a Pete Walker film. So it's a Euroshock collection. I like picking up these films. I do believe I have this on Blu-ray. I'm not. No, that's a different film. So Shizzo. And then here we go with The Sentinel. I've heard great things about this film. It's supposed to be like a ghost film. And it's got Chris Sarandon in it, a very young Chris Sarandon, John Carradine. So definitely gonna have to check this one out. And then finally picked up Dolan's Cadillac. It's a Stephen King adaptation. It's a twisted tale of murder and revenge. So looks really, really interesting. And here we go with another film I picked up, Feed. And this movie is great. I mean, it's very disgusting. It's about this serial killer who force feeds women to the point of obesity, to where they can't even walk, can't even move, and puts them on the internet for all those sick people who have a fascination with you know, obese women. So, and profits off that, and he's just a sick person. Force feeds them to the point where they die. And here we go with Warlock 3, which completes my Warlock trilogy. When I saw this in middle school, you know, I really enjoyed this film. This film gets a lot of hate, but it's got Ashley Lawrence in it. I didn't even remember her being in this movie, so now I'm gonna have to re-watch this film as soon as I can. This will be on the top of my watch list. And then Night of the Demons 3, so I finally picked it up, and that completes my Night of the Demons trilogy, well, franchise, because there's the remake. So I've yet to see this third one. So Angela is up to her old tricks again. So got a bunch of greatness to watch. And here I got the official release of Gothic, starring Gabriel O'Brien and Julian Sands. Never seen this film before, so it's an Artisan DVD, so it's the official release. And then on to some full moon stuff. We got the DVD of the month, Demonic Toys 2, which is good cheese. Here we go with a Troma triple beheader. Another one I picked up from my Troma collection. This one is the Nightmare Never Ends collection, volume 4. It's got 3 movies in it: The Nightmare Never Ends, Igor and the Lunatics, and Frostbiter. And I just recently watched Frostbiter, Wrath of the Wendigo, and I have to say that's a really great cheese movie. I mean, these movies are very low budget. It was directed by Tom Chaney, and just a really good, well-made, low-budget film. Stop motion animation. The Wendigo, you know, is made out of clay, and he's this giant creature, and it takes place in this cabin in the woods during the winter time. So there's a lot of love that goes towards the Evil Dead films, and there's even a little poster in the cabin of the Evil Dead 2 that just shows up, and I was like, oh, okay, the director must be a fan, obviously. And it's just a fun watch. I mean, there's this guy who makes this his homemade chili, and his chili turns into this creature, and you have this chili just, you know, running around in the cabin, you know, causing havoc. And of course the soundtrack is made for the movie, so it's just got this cheesy soundtrack. It's funny. And then here we go with the Haunted Casino. with Sid Haig and Michael Berryman. Picked up from New Moon. And then Full Moon's Grindhouse Collection Auditions. And then here we go with Zombie-thon, and I started watching this and it's got the first part, Fulci's Zombie. And it's got all the zombie kills in it, so it's pretty much just segments from famous zombie movies. And here we go, The Legend of the Psychotic Forest Ranger. Picked this one up, heard good things about it, by Black Fawn Distribution. So it's a throwback to the 80s. And dwindling down, here's some midnight movies I picked up. Beach Blanket Bingo, How to Stuff a Wild Bikini. So these are the beach movies. And here we go with Attack of the Puppet People and Village of the Giants. Double feature. And then Beach Party and Bikini Beach. Some more beach movies. And then A Blueprint for Murder and Man in the Attic, starring Jack Palance. And then The Comedy of Terrors and The Raven. So that's it for my DVDs I picked up, which is quite a large amount. On to the Blu-rays. Picked up the Grindhouse release of Cannibal Ferox, Make Them Die Slowly. And it comes with this awesome soundtrack. And it's a cannibal film, so I heard it's pretty graphic, so I can't wait to check this out. It was on my 1981 films, so I had to pick up this Blu-ray because I have the DVD of Make Them Die Slowly, so I can only imagine how graphic this movie's gonna be. I mean, dang. Yep, definitely put this on the watch list. And then here we go with A Cure for Wellness. Just a great instant cult classic. The film was just well done, amazing modern day horror genre. So if you haven't seen A Cure for Wellness, I highly recommend it. Then here we go, I picked up, let's see, Paranormal Activity, the first one. I do have the second one, so I'm going to start knocking these off the list. And then Moods 616 sent me this Ryan Nicholson film, and it's called More Dead Nude Girls, featuring BBK, which is some clips from apparently the Gutterballs 2. So I'm definitely check this one out. And then he also sent me, Moods sent me Hitchhike, the Italian collection from 88 Films. Really good film. And here we go from Severin, Bloody Moon. It was on my 1981 list, so I've been picking off the 1981s pretty quick. And then here we go with the Italian collection, another film from 88 Films, Alien 2, on Earth. And it's an Italian unofficial sequel to the Alien franchise. So when I get some time, popping all these in. And here we go with the Scream Factory. And it's It's called Rabid from David Cronenberg, and it's got this movie about this disease this chick gets, and she infects this whole town, this Canadian town, and people turn rabid and they start eating each other, and causes this massive quarantine. Highly recommend this film. It's really different. I mean, you have to see it for yourself to believe it, but you know, it's an interesting take on an infection film. And here we go with Severin, Burial Ground. I picked up the Nights of Terror release. And it came with a t-shirt, a pin, a shot glass, and a poster. So really enjoy this film. So here's the alternate cover art, and then it has the original cover art right there. So I really do enjoy this film. And one second, I forgot to pick something up. Alright, I got a box set that I forgot to throw on the table. And it's the Shriek Show triple feature, the Zombie Pack 2. This one comes with Zombie Holocaust, a great cannibal zombie film. Once again, Burial Ground, aka the Nights of Terror, that's the original cover art. And then Bill Heinzman and Flesh Eater. She was the original zombie in Night of the Living Dead. Great film right here. Just an excellent zombie pack. Highly recommend it. Alright, on to the VHS. Here we go with The Faculty. Shadow Builder. Bram Stoker's Shadow Builder. It's got Michael Rooker in it. And Tony Todd. From Dusk Till Dawn, the modern day classic. From Dusk Till Dawn 3, The Hangman's Daughter. And then we have Evil Dead 2. And here we go with the special VHS box set. 5 videos, horror classics. And it's got The Terror, Little Shop of Horrors, Phantom of the Opera from 1925, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde from 1920, Night of the Living Dead, of course, from 1968. So, really good box set to have. So, go good in the collection. And here we go with the special VHS that Mood sent me, the Supernaturals. Really good cover art. Really love that cover art. And I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Here we go with Scream 2. And Blood Ties from 1993. Wrong Turn, another modern day classic. And it's Komodo. Dead Birds. Full Eclipse. got me this rare film, He Walked by Night. And it's this black and white old film from 1948 about this stalker killer that uses the sewer drainage system to stalk his prey. And that is it. That's all the films I picked up for July. So I'm going to get into my board game box sets. And I picked up the Arkham Horror Innsmouth Horror Expansion. So I got another big expansion to pick up, and then the first edition of the, can't remember that other expansion about the Pharaoh. So this one right here comes with another board for the board game. So it's got the Innsmouth, and it's like a fishing town, and it's really doomed. And, you know, introduces more characters, and of course more monsters. So that is the Arkham Horror expansion. Then I picked up, of course, the second edition of Mansions of Madness, and this is just a massive box. I mean, look at that game, it's freaking huge, and it's one of the first games that uses the tablet. So this is a horror-based game, and it's probably one of the top 5. It's probably #1 horror-themed game to pick up. And it comes with more investigators, and I usually paint my miniatures. So I have so much to paint, I haven't even opened this up yet. And then here we go with Mansions of Madness, the expansion. They're in development of another expansion similar to this. It's going to be the Streets of Arkham, so can't wait for that. And this one introduces, here you go, with some mini cards, and then your character cards. And this one comes with 2 investigators that can also be used in Arkham Horror. So Wilson Richards. So I love painting these guys. And their investigator right there. And then you get 4 thralls. So the thralls are cool. There's like this female, and she's transforming into this monster. So that'll be really cool to paint.
What a hole, Rudy.
So this is the only. Only got 6 miniatures. This one has plenty more. And then of course I've showed this in my previous updates, but the Arkham Horror, the card game. And this comes with the. This is the Deluxe Expansion, and they put out these small expansions every month. So you have the Deluxe Expansion, and it starts stories. So you have, I do believe there's 2 or 3 stories in here. And then I've just recently finished. Here's the Scenario 2, which is the Miskatonic Museum. Scenario 3 expansion, the Essex County Express, and then Scenario 4, Where Doom Awaits, and Scenario 5, Undimensioned and Unseen. Or here's number 4, excuse me. It's Blood on the Altar, and then number 5 is Undimensioned and Unseen. And then the expansion, Scenario 7 is Lost in Time and Space. So I do believe I have them all. I might be missing one that I forgot to pick up. Okay, this is number 6, Where Doom Awaits. So I got a little confused there. So we have Miskatonic Museum, Scenario 2, the Essex County Express, Scenario 3, Blood on the Altar, Scenario 4, Undimensioned and Unseen, Scenario 5, Where Doom Awaits, Scenario 6, and Lost in Time and Space, Scenario 7. So that's the Dunwich Horror expansion card game. So in order to play this deluxe expansion, you need the Arkham Horror base game. So you have to pick up the base game in order to introduce the Dunwich expansion. And they're working on another deluxe expansion plus the mini Mythos packs, so that'll be coming out hopefully this month, so I can't wait to pick that up. And then the action figures I got for my birthday, a Nightmare on Elm Street 4, the Dream Master. My wife picked me up this one. Great. Action figure of Dr. Freddy. And then Bub from Day of the Dead. So I already have him out of the package, but she found him for a great price, so I'm keeping this one sealed. And move this away. I might pick me up The Dark Knight 3, The Master Race. This is the box. It comes with book 9, and then you insert the rest of the books into this box collector's edition case. So I really love this.
The mythical lie of Cannibal Ferox was only an alibi to justify the greed and cruelty.
And then last of the things I picked up, got this for $10, which was on sale, and it's the Magic the Gathering Arena of Planeswalkers, and I got it for the miniatures. But it seems like an interesting game, so you get all those miniatures right there. So I love painting them, other than just the game components, tokens and dice. And then you have the tile set on the bottom. So for $10 you can't beat it, especially if you're into board games and painting miniatures. That'll keep me busy for quite some time. So thank you everyone for watching my updates. It was really massive. This video's probably gone on way too long, but I appreciate you sticking with me throughout the whole filming of it, and see what happens in August, and see what things I come across and I can pick up. Hopefully it could be as big as this update. So appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment of course, and I'll see you next time.